Hey everybody, it's Tony and Tyler here with BigTime Guilds. We have some exciting announcements to be made. First off, April 19th, all Gold Pass holders are going to be able to participate in the EA, the early access, and they're going to run for 4 weeks, and then it'll go into Silver. So anybody that's running any kind of Gold Pass, definitely feel free to upload any kind of content that you might have onto our page. We'll definitely be looking for like streamer collabs and stuff of that nature. Um, Super excited to see the gameplay come out. Tyler, if you want to elaborate on our other note of, exciting news.
Yeah, so we had extended a handout to one of our friends, Joey, and he has accepted. He's going to be coming onto the team, and he's going to be taking over the Twitter department and whatnot. He knows a lot about that, so that's a very, very exciting thing. He's very versed in a lot of the MMORPGs that have come out. He's been playing them for a very long time. So, yeah, when once we get him in on something, he'll be able to explain a lot more on his whole outlook on a lot of stuff. But yes, we're very excited to welcome him to the team.
Yep. Yep. And as soon as actually, I think it's going to be tomorrow, we're probably going to be releasing another video, and it's going to be all three of us, and we're going to kind of elaborate a lot more on certain aspects of this game. We're going to go more into, like, you can see behind Tyler there, you got some of the characters there. We're going to elaborate a lot more on the actual player base, player list, weapon list, and weapon like damage, all the different like combining aspects to the game. We're gonna get really into depth on that, and you guys are gonna pretty much see us do it live. So it's gonna be one of those situations where we're all learning together. Um, and I'm really excited to get kind of headed into that gear. One thing I would definitely like to mention is Joe is he's really good on the old MMORPGs. So I mean that's really refreshing to have come on to our team because I mean like I mentioned before, I'm not super I haven't really played too many of them. Ultimately, I mean that tells a lot about how this game is actually incentivizing myself because I've never made a YouTube video. I've never done any of these kind of like I've never tried to make a community over something that I've kind of not really ever seen. So like that can kind of I think that can kind of put into a picture how excited I actually am about what this can potentially be. I mean, to be able to have something that you've played for, you've earned, and actually be able to have it transferable. That's a really important thing to have, and I think that it's about time that it's actually been implemented into a game. So I mean, the time frame that we're living in can't get any better.
I 100% agree. Just the fact that you can, as we've stated, take anything that you've earned and mint it. You own that item.
Yeah, yeah,
It's huge. It's a huge step forward. I do
yep,
believe video games in a whole.
yep. I definitely, I don't know. It's it's one of those elements that has been missing for game like from a game for so long. I mean, you have games that have that aspect to them. I mean, you can look at like CS:GO and stuff like that, but ultimately it's stuck on CS:GO, right? Like you're not going to be able to pull it off of CS:GO. Like if I wanted to, I could take my items that I earned from this game if I wanted to for free. And if I really felt like it, if I was compelled to, I could stick it into a computer, put it on a USB drive, and bury it in my backyard. It's all dependent on what you want to do with it. So it gives freedom to the actual owner and to the person that proceeds in the market. So I mean, what better place to be? We are legitimately on the subfloor to this entire evolution of what this can potentially be. And I mean, I can't be any happier to be here with the three people I got in this group currently, and I would love to see it grow a lot more.
I agree. Everybody seems to be super enthusiastic in our group, and that's going to be a big driving force forward for us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, ultimately,
You,
that's what we're trying to create here. Something a little bit different, something that's a lot more. focused on bringing people together, not even like, so it's kind of trying to blur. Yeah, you are in a guild, but I mean, one guild doesn't have to just, you can help out each other in certain aspects, right? Like, it's a lot better to be able to come together and try to work towards a better good, whether it's putting out the best content, right? Trying to get it to the most amount of people, whether it's, if you want to do like just the craziest Forge production, right? So you have a bunch of people legitimately, everybody's just grinding out, minting. We want to be able to offer all these different aspects that are going to be developing as the game evolves, right? Because we're still in the shady gray area where it's still foggy. We're not 100% sure as the individual things that are going to proceed within the game. And ultimately, I want to be there. I know everybody else in this group wants to be there as well.
You're not wrong. We are all very excited to be a part of all this.
Yeah.
Just to see where it goes, you
Yep.
know.
Yeah, and honestly, everybody that's watched this, like, thank you if you made it this far. Um, Quite honestly, I'm a pretty I really, I'm an empathetic person, so like I really enjoy having that camaraderie. So like if you do want to like throw a comment, throw a like, throw a subscribe, and I mean any comments that you guys have for ideas, I mean future collaborations, any of that stuff, we're 100% embraced by everybody else that's going to be coming into this. So we're going to embrace you guys if you guys embrace us, and I mean that's what we're in a civilized world nowadays, and I mean, what better way to make things work than to make them work together?
I 100% agree that it is all about together. So like he said, if you like the content, we'll leave the links to all of, to the YouTube and Twitter and
Yep,
Facebook,
yep,
Discord,
all of it.
all down in the description below.
Yep. All right, and with that, I think we're going to be signing off. Um, Make sure to tune in tomorrow. It'll probably be a little bit of a later post because it's going to be made tomorrow. So the whole editing process and stuff, it might be a 1, 2 o'clock in the morning post
Yeah,
next day. But I mean, we are going to be very content on producing more and more content as we evolve. And I sure hope that I hear from some more people. And let's get this message out there, boys. Peace.